This is going to be really added since I got it the last minute. Our speaker, Pete and Sharon McLean, have spent most of their adult life in Kenya working on developing water in the underdeveloped East African area. It's been a lifelong undertaking, and I'm delighted that they're here in the U.S. doing the U.S. tour, actually talk about their program. They have been Rotarians for many, many years. They've been in Kenya for 11 years, and their daughters, Liz, who is here, has joined them in Kenya. And they have another daughter that I can't say Australia the way you do. Saying having a native Australian say Australia is like having a native from Baltimore say Baltimore. You know, you can't do it. Anyway, please, they have an airplane to catch, so they're out on a little bit of time schedule. I'm going to make my comments brief so we can hear about the program and save time for Q&A. Peter, you can start. Great. Language.
I've been myself, do not tell me on this, do not tell me on English. Well, so I tell you guys I'm Canadian. Okay? I know the love that you have for your brothers across the ditch. Hey, it's really good to be here. We started on board in 2007. It was my idea. Okay. Doesn't matter what Sharon says, just remember the most important thing, it was my idea, my vision. And it was because I had this British guy. There's a 4 foot nothing, long dreads, beard, and was trying to sell me a bottle of water for $20. I lifted up the bottle of water with outside, put it in the sun, and go, where's the gold? $20. I'm not paying $20 when I go around the corner and get it for $1 out of the shop. He goes, Steve, you don't understand. Is it to do you know 5,000 kids a day die because of lack of clean water and waterborne diseases? And he said, I'm trying to sell this bottle of water
arrow on the right.
to put a deep water out of East Africa.
The green arrow. Yeah.
And I said to him, well,
Go to share.
what's the long-term plan? Because as business people, we want to know that if we're investing in something, there's a long-term plan. That's not a 5-minute fix on the back and go, school, I just have to fix it. And that's really good. I don't work that way. I want to know that's your long-term plan, because I was actually wanting to join them and make it work. He goes, oh, well, I'll go back to England. I get my PhD, smart, and I'm going to have a family and have kids. I left school at 15. I didn't read, didn't spell, and I've got a PhD in Kenya. It's called pothole driving. Right, that's how it did. And so what actually happened is I said to Sharon, hey, we could do this. Because James got to find someone in 24 hours. Well, they gave me 24 hours to talk to Sharon and said, hey, Sharon, we should do this, which means, hey, Sharon, you should do this. It's my vision. And that it would be really good for us to do it because it's my vision. And so Sharon, being the nice wife she is, said, hey, I think it's really good idea. And she's done an amazing job that my vision, Jesus, made it all my life. Why?
Thank you, babe. Married for nearly 36 years. Get out of the way. Okay, we've done this like our 12th presentation in a week, so we're tired. Verbal diarrhea, we jumped on a plane in a couple of hours. We're going well. So we thought we would come here and share a little bit about Beyond Water, which we set up with the intention of how everyone can get clean drinking water. How difficult do you think that would be? So what we actually do is work across 7 countries: Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, South Sudan, and the DRC. If you don't know where those are, go to Mr. Google, get slides for the But we work alongside communities, remote communities. The more that you see on the screen there, it's pretty much what it's like in remote areas. And we initially thought that deep wells were the simple answer with our hand pump on. But once we lived there, which actually came up to 12 years now, you have to think more holistically about the programs that you do. And as Rotarians, we know that water sanitation, health is very, very important. So we used to put into simple hand pumps, but now we've got a different approach. So we're going to look at what we actually focus on a lot now, which is school toilets. Only 30% of any school across East Africa has any form of a toilet handle. And we're talking about simple squat toilets. So you'll see one coming up soon. that you go, well, that's an interesting one. And my husband is not going to the town, by the way, and his school teacher saying that once a month, over the early education system. So school staff toilets are no better than the kids' ones. And so you might have 1,000 students who have no toilet in school. The one you're sitting up as a staff toilet, I've used it, I've survived it. It didn't have snakes in it, which was really, really good, it's not any snakes. And it wasn't overflowing in sewage like a lot of the toilets that we see are. So what do we do? Well, first of all, organisations approach Beyond Water. They say, will you help us out? And so first of all, you have to form a water committee, even if it's for school toilets, because women walk hours and hours to go and get water, and so women have to be involved in that process. They have to form a budget and also a business proposal. Now that's normal things like getting quotes. But what if you've never finished primary school or only halfway through high school? Those are the people that we work alongside. So development work takes a long time. So what do? We don't build toilets like that, we build toilets like this. So the school nice spot toilets with what we call Asian pans, which is a ceramic pan there. We have colour-on roofing, we have guttering, we have steel doors, so the termites don't eat them. And we've always put a water tank and guttering so the kids have somewhere to wash their hands. That's what we were talking about earlier. It's no point in having something if the kids can't wash their hands. And washing the pans cuts down disease transfer by 70%. So we build things to last. We buy locally, we employ local builders that are there. They're not really builders, they're usually parents in the school. And so we employ them, upskilling them, and so they can take that and go and use it in their own business they might start. We employ a local cook to cook with our team there to make sure they're fed. A lot of people don't feed their workers, what we do. But everything is done by hand. So here they put in a water tank, and we do get rain. We get rain twice here, usually now and in April. So collection of water off the roof is really important. You often see buildings with front areas guttering and no tank, or you see buildings with a tank and no guttering. Doesn't make sense. One question we've always said is, don't ask why, because it'll fry your brain trying to figure out why things are the way they are. So this is a simple installation of a water tank, and we have an agreement with a tank company there that will buy them and they deliver them for free anywhere in the country, which is great. This is your typical girls' toilet. We can talk about that again, how terrible it is for these hundreds of girls. There's one that they have to push the iron away from, and it's overflowing with sewage. But there is no dignity in poverty. And we work with those who are $2 to $5 range. So we want to give them something incredible coming up, and it simply costs $5,000. It's really easy to build that. How simple, $5,000, and something will last at least 20 years. And we actually build them so that the sewage can be, we call it exhausted, vacuumed out if you like into an exhaust truck, and they can continue using them. So we build them to last, and it's very important. School is the hub of the community. But we just don't build school toilets. At the end of it, it takes about a month to do those. Because we have a health education day, and these are lots of fun. We do singing and drama and dance, all about the importance of hand washing. In East Africa, we're very good at hand washing, even better so than here. But if you don't have access to water, it's no big deal. So we teach them how to make liquid hand soap, so that's not painful to see that. We put in desktop water filters. We have a hygiene club, they call it. They'll do a drama about cholera, how if you don't wash your hands properly, you get one bacteria cholera, you can be dead in 5 hours, so that's actually what happens there. So the school kids are important to incorporate in everything that we do. The maintenance of the water filters is very important. So Mazara is a company that we get water filters from at a great price. And so that health education day, including one filter, costs only $100. So that's where other clubs have got involved. And so we build the toilets, see how they go on maintenance and looking after them. We put in the water filters, see how they go looking after that. And the good thing about development work is we're on the ground. So our teams now go out and we spread our work a lot further than we used to by educating and working alongside communities. We discovered kids from very poor families, when I say poor, those who earn $2 to $5 a day. Most of them don't have underwear. They might just have one. And so we created the Undercover Angels program where we distribute brand new underwear to communities. little ones always excited about showing them off. And we used to, we could not get them in East Africa, had to get to import them. We used to take them in a suitcase back. I can tell you now, how many lovelies fit in a suitcase? It's 1,000. Okay, because I've counted them and trying to get them through customs and interesting things. Now we don't do that, we can buy them in country. So again, we think holistically about our programs. So we do remote areas with equal wells, we have schools and medical clinics. Botswana Health Centre is about 5 hours drive from Nairobi on a good day. And Sarah, I got to Tommy Wolford. You see her coming up. She's actually from Florida. And she's the lady in the blue shirt. This is a mass lake area, mass lake pastoralists. So the most important are men, cows, women, and children. So how many cows you are, is how rich you are. In Kenya alone, you guys, you can have 5 wives if you really, really want to. A lot don't now, you might have 2 wives and they look after them, but many children die. In fact, 1 in 20 women will die in childbirth in Africa. In Tanzania, which is a short distance from here, it's 1 in 10 women. The Dr. Tonya set the hospital up. It's the only facility that has qualified staff, proper medication, and great facilities that didn't have water or electricity for 16 years. So she's well now into her 60s, and she managed to get some electricity, and it's there. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. And she's trained a team of 37 local staff. She's a school going up the road and all sorts of things. This hospital takes a lot of births. In the next couple of months, 300 babies are going to be born. It's a huge area. It's the only hospital there. Women will sometimes walk for 8 hours to come and give birth. I'll have a cup of tea and I'll walk home again. They're really lucky. They'll jump on what we call a picky, a motorbike, to be able to continue on with life. This was the water supply. The Dr. Tonya used to have a bathe in. It's a seasonal river. And when medical students came to volunteer, they got a couple of big bottles of water, and that was their bathing water. Anything else had to be trucked in. It's very expensive. So Pete, my husband, said to Tonya, you concentrate on the medical, we'll concentrate on getting you some water. And started with 1 water tank, then a few more, and then last year we put in a deep well well, solar powered deep well. So now gives 10,000 litres per hour. Well, the Tonya says the first time I don't have to have a bucket shower in 18 years of being here, and I actually have water. And we now do not have to invest into water. So 10,000 litres an hour is great, but it's actually too much. So what we've had to do is pipe it about 30 feet away to an elementary school of 1,000 students that had 0 amount of water. It's public school. So imagine that nobody will wash their hands, clean the classroom, wash the dishes, be lunches and things like that. So we drilled down, we got this amazing amount of water. We put it on solar panels, which is really great. They have no problems with that, but we have a problem with the fluoride. Fluoride, especially with children under the age of 8, it strips basically their bones and their teeth calcium. So we promise to be on water to be safe, clean drinking water. So we're in the process of putting a reverse osmosis system, a great time in Hong Kong, how can I sound it? It's $30,000. It is not cheap, but we don't poison bunches of people, especially children. We want to make sure it's clean. So we started with that to help remove the iron and the fluoride, which is great, but we need to put it on solar. The reason that's the system you see there. The reason being it's cost the hospital an extra $70 a month, which doesn't sound much, but you know, it's very cheaply run hospital with very effective, a lot of effectiveness for accidents, emergencies, babies being born, vaccinations, all sorts of stuff. But we need to put it on solar. And the other reason is because the electricity often goes off there for weeks at a time. So we're looking at $10,000, and one club gave us $1,000 down the line, and somebody gave us $500 towards it. So hopefully in the next little bit, in the next couple of months, we'll be able to put that in. It's not a difficult system. It's low maintenance, and it's very important because if anything too high tech, it breaks down, nobody knows how to fix it. So we work with Davis and Sherwood, who are a good company that do that. What we see is the water tank sand, we put in an elementary school. So that's what we do with hospitals. Very important. I mean, here you don't have to be worried about being gouged by a buffalo or trampled on by an elephant. That's very normal where they are. So very basic facilities, but effective. So the nearest large hospital is an hour's drive away. And sometimes they do have to, if a woman bleeds profusely when she's giving birth or something big happens, they have to bundle them up into the ambulance, which is an extra vehicle, and take them up to the hospital. So, we want to support Dr. Tonga as much as possible with this. If it wasn't for the water that we had put in, she wouldn't have been able to do the new ward that's going in there and things like that. What you see on the screen is the elementary school. We need to put in some water tanks and some gasoline and connected up and things like that. Girls from needy families spend 30% of their time out of school each night because when they have their monthly period, they don't use sanitary products. What do they use instead? Leaves, rags, newspapers, sit in the same spot for 5 days. Worst case scenarios that will sell their body for 50 cents one sanitary pack. So 9 years ago, we started a real project in Kenya, and it now operates also in Uganda and Rwanda. We wanted these girls not to prostitute themselves. We did not want these girls becoming teenage moms. We did not want them being married off as young girls. And so we started a leadership program with the Girl Project, just distribution for sanitary products and toilet paper and underwear. Because poverty is just not your surroundings, it's also within your mentality. So we have monthly meetings, we bring guest speakers along, and they might be doctors, accountants, teachers. We've had a fashion blogger, we had a motorbike group come, we had talking to a Zumba class for fitness, and they laugh so much and I cry because I've never seen these girls laugh so much. And they thought you can actually make money out of physical stuff like this. It just broadens their horizons. We have workshops, we have health protection, child protection officers, we do home visits. Those 3 girls you see on the bottom there, they're all our leaders of the Girl Projects. Those 3 are graduates of that 4-year program. It only costs $80 a year to have a girl in that project. We're going to watch a video very soon. Judy is a little white t-shirt there. The girl in red, her name is Square Queen Elizabeth. That is her real name. And she's becoming an electrical engineer and taught the class, giving the boys, which is really cool. Our girls in Rwanda are child-headed homes, and the fact that they don't have parents or grandparents, so we support that program there. And you'll see a bunch of Maasai girls. It's only 40 minutes from Nairobi, and if they were not in this program rescued by a lady called Agnes, they will be married off after having female genital mutilation done to them. Earlier this year, I heard from our drilling company that we subcontract to, that they saw a 9-year-old girl being married off a 40-year-old man, which is totally illegal, but it happened in this very remote area. And he said, what did you do? He goes, everything inside me was to punch himself, but I couldn't because he was the chief of the village, and it was his daughter. So we've got a lot of challenges ahead of us. So giving the girls a dignity impact is the start. We actually share it with their family members. And it's a big thing to keep a girl in school. If she's not in school, either she'll be married off or do menial tasks. The reason parents marry their girls off is then they can have somebody else's issue. In the holidays, we run a computer class with the girls. It seems very broad what we're doing, but it's not. We're quite strict on what we do. A Rotarian from Australia gave us a whole bunch of laptops, so we can teach the girls Word, PowerPoint, Excel, how to put CVs together, how to present yourself for an interview, and things like that. So just little things along the way has made us be able to get 240,000 people every single day. So there's one girl here, Vic's going to come up and after the video. This is Emily, she's one of the girls who's rescued from childhood marriage. She's in grade 10, as we get out. She says, I would like to become an engineer in the future. My biggest challenge is the lack of support from my parents. They don't value education for girls. I'm always afraid I'm not going to complete high school. So while I'm not always able to do everything, we feel like we can help people help themselves. So we do water and sanitation across East Africa, in those vulnerable communities, transforming what we say is the African narrative to help people to help themselves. So let's watch the video of Judy and then people come into a 30-second wrap-up. Maybe we will get more.
My name is Adridishani Ndingo. I was born on 5th September 2003. I'm the third one in my family of 6.
Sorry.
It's more than half photos went sideways and I'm like, kudos to you.
There we go.
Yeah, just that, yes.
Thank you.
It has not been so well for us. Life has not been smooth. There are a lot of difficulties, a lot of struggles. We could at times sleep without food because my dad was not working. My mom was not even also working. At times, she could go and wash clothes for some people so that we could get what we eat and wear. But when she goes out there and doesn't get anything, we just sleep. I could not join my primary school because of lack of school fees, but because of the grace of God, I got some help from some well-wishers and I was taken to primary school, which was a good thing. I never expected that to happen. Okay, through my school years, it had not been so well. Yes, I was able to join school, but at the middle, the well-wishers left, so it was upon my parents to pay for my school. So there was a time they couldn't afford that money, so I had to go out of school for some time so that they could raise that money to get me to go back to school. There was a time that life was so hard that our parents couldn't continue sustaining us. My mom wanted to walk out. My dad even walked out and went back to his home. So life was difficult. We remained with my sisters. So there's no way that we could help each other. So at times we could go out there, take bottles from the rubbish, go and sell, and then come back, get something to eat. My message to the girls who are in this project is that even though life is so hard out here, for those of us who live in the slums, just persevere, because there is a better future for you out there. Just focus on your life and it will be wow.
Hi, my name is Judy Shani. I love eating scrambled eggs and ugali, and I'm currently at KCA University pursuing Bachelor of Art in Film Production. That is what I love doing the most. And since I joined the Girl Project, I have really benefited. It's been of great help to me, and yes, I'm now pursuing my dream, and I'm a proud girl.
So this was where Julie, fantastic that it's out there, we're on the leadership team there. So if you're interested in your project, come and see, I'll only be around for a few minutes because I don't want to say quiet. And it's very, very important that we keep kids in school. Okay, really want to
My name is Judy Shani.
Sorry.
I was born in 5th September 2003.
So where we want to go is basically we want to get the hospital toilet system up and going. I've got 10 school toilets to build in 3 different schools.
Just go to Zoom and stop sharing.
Okay, everybody can hear me? And so we've got 10 schools,
Or go to the
10
video.
toilets to build in 3 schools.
Go to the
And
video,
then we
Judy's
want to
video.
do that
Close it.
school with some water tanks and guttering, because the head teacher wants to start planting trees and start growing crops.
You
with
shut
the
off his
school
mic.
to, again, teach the kids how to do the stuff. This is a Maasai community, they do not plant. They are farmers, they don't they don't like physical work. So it's going to be really interesting with working with the head
You're looking
teacher
at the wrong
on
camera.
teach them how to grow crops. It can be done, I've seen other communities do it, and we want to get this going and actually develop all those programs for the next coming years.
So that's a little bit about the water. Pete and I volunteer, we don't get paid, we find our own way with friends and family. So 100%
No, no.
of project money goes to the project. So we've been very excited this year to transform the lives of thousands of school children and look forward to doing it again. So a little bit about us, thank you very much. Any questions?
Questions? How did you start this? What did you learn? How did you start?
Oh, we did.
Staying out.
Lots of passion, didn't have a clue what we were doing, no money, and just did it. And we started spreading the word, we do a lot of work in schools, so yesterday we did a school here in Orlando, sharing about it, and sometimes so interact us, with good donates with us, sometimes district runs, or sometimes like virtual money, or I'm saying go to the block for X amount of years. So you just do it. Money always follows vision.
Any other questions? I think the better says goal. Great hope in the world. I think you two do it every day. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The big gifts aren't handy, so we have 3 sort of American version of rotary pins, so your daughter gets one too. So, thank you so much.